or good morning to everybody, and welcome to Rip Off Britain / Rip Off at Suzuki UK. Just putting the picture, I've been using Suzuki cars and 4x4s for about 13 years. I know they're expensive to run, I know the parts are expensive, but what you're about to hear is just unbelievable. We bought a wee Suzuki Vitara for my get to work car, and today, my wee bits of sport and things that I do, wee bit of off-road driving here and there, nothing special. Anyway, cut a long story short, driving the car to work about a couple of weeks ago, the diesel particulate filter light came on. Now, I know my way about engines, I know my way about my cars. I'm an ex-serviceman, a veteran from the British Army, so I thought, okay, I'll switch it off and try again. So I switched it off, got the car going, managed to get to work that particular morning. Quite scary, it happened on the A34 northbound, and I thought, right, okay, I'll phone the local garage. Good garage, looked after us for all the time I've been here since I moved to Hampshire, and I rang him up, I says, could you have a look at it? Aye Bob, no bother, drop it in on the way home. I says, I might be there a bit late, can I leave it at the gate and check it out? And he says, aye, no worries. So I did get there late because it came on again, so, but I came the back roads this time, so I managed to limp there in limp mode, 15 mile an hour. Dropped the car off, left on the keys through the letterbox in the garage, got a phone call the next morning saying you have to try a regen on your car. So they tried that for me as per the Suzuki specifications. They're not a Suzuki dealer, by the way, but a very, very respectable garage. So we popped, I phoned them up to see what they'd found out. They said they tried the regen as best they can, but it might not work because the diesel particulate filter in the car looks, I can't say substandard because at this point we didn't know. So they tried their best anyway. So I picked the car up. It run for 2 days and the light came on again, back in limp mode, A34 southbound, coming on the way home. Really scary. So I thought, right, I'll have to get something done. So I got a specialist garage to look at it, and they found that the diesel particulate filter inside the car was so badly clogged it could only mean one thing, or two things really, that there's a fault with the diesel particulate filter, or there's a fault in the car that was causing the filter to sort of fill up quicker. So they looked at the mileage of the car, looked at the history of the car, and couldn't find any other errors in the system at all to cause this, other than the diesel particulate filter being the main issue. So they tried a regen. Again, this is costing me money all the time I'm doing this, by the way, in a car off the road and having to borrow my boss's car to get to work because I work out in the country. So got the car back, and I managed to use it for a few more days, and it keeps going into limp mode and slowing down, so I'm having to constantly switch the car off and on. So I thought, okay, I'll send an email to Suzuki. I'll contact Suzuki dealer who have had parts off in the past. So I did that, and couldn't get through on the phone, so I phoned Aldershot, the next Suzuki franchise. And to be open and blunt and really honest about it, the guy I got put through to was just offy, stroppy, cocky. I really don't know. I wouldn't like to work with him. I wouldn't like to buy anything from him because his comments were, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot of money. Your car's that old, you may as well just park it in a scrapyard. I says, pardon? He says, well, it's going to cost you the best part of £4,500. I nearly fell off my chair for a diesel particulate filter. A bit of exhaust pipe that's 3 foot long. It's got a wider bit in the middle, about a 10-inch in diameter, which is the particulate filter to take the diesel pollution particles out of the exhaust system before it hits the outside world. So I thought he must be joking. So I managed to get through to my local Suzuki shop, which is Pinch Spec Suzuki in Hampshire, Middle Wallop. Brilliant garage, absolutely lovely people, little family garage, a lot of respect for John, the guy who I spoke to. Was open, frank and honest, and said, no, it's going to be between £4,300 and £4,500. So totally gobsmacked, haven't got that kind of money to do this. So I thought, right, I'll get in contact with Suzuki UK. So I sent a couple of emails, got a reply to the first one saying the information was noted. Somebody get back to me. The reason I'm speaking quick is I can't make this video too long, but I will the next one, don't worry. So anyway, phoned Suzuki UK, I emailed them and I got a phone call back from a lovely young lady. It was late at night, so she asked me the details. I filled her in on what we'd done, what we hadn't done. and she said she'd look into it in the morning because it was quite late and then contact me again. So she did, and I give her due. Lovely young lady, polite, courteous, considering that Suzuki were going to get or getting a bit of a slating. And unbeknown to me at that time, that Suzuki are actually under an investigation at the minute because of their pollution control records, or the results are not up to speed. So this could be, and I could identify that this particular batch of the Suzuki Diesel particulate filters are in fact faulty, and Suzuki are trying to get away with it. So the car's done 72,000 miles, nothing in comparison to a modern day diesel engine, and the diesel particulate, in many people's opinions other than mine, is that it should last at least 150,000 miles before it shows any issues. So there's definitely a problem with this diesel particulate filter, or a batch of, because you don't buy one or two, they buy lots of them, which are supplied, by the way, by a third party company. So they could have been cutting corners. So she come back on the phone and she said to me, yeah, we can, the best we can do is about £1,800 plus VAT plus fitting. So that again is more than the car's worth. It cost me £4,000. It's 2 years on since I paid that, so it's probably worth half that. So put that on top of that, and then you think when they get it in the garage, they'll be ringing you up saying, we need this, we need that, need the next thing. So before you know it, it'll be £3,500–4,000 again. Because let's face it, I'm not a Suzuki specialist, but I'm not stupid either. So I just wanted to say to anybody out there thinking about buying a Suzuki Grand Vitara, or even a used Grand Vitara, think about your diesel particulate filtering in the first case, because if it's new, I think the cheapest Suzuki Grand Vitara at the minute is about 17 grand. And to have this happen 70,000 miles down the road, they're going to be scalping you for about £4,500 for a new exhaust, because they don't tell you about it. The salesman doesn't tell you that you've got this particular thing you've got to do. So be aware, the Suzuki owners and Suzuki possible owners. I am totally and utterly gobsmacked. And as I say, I've supported Suzuki for many years, and it has really taken the wind out of my sails. So my wife's now walking to work. I'm borrowing my wife's car to do a 40-minute, 50-minute drive to work every day. My daughter's in college at 11 miles away, so I might have to run her back and forth, so more pressure on mum and mum's car. And I think the bus fares for the year are something like £600–700 a season ticket, or whatever it is, to get kids to college nowadays. So again, Suzuki, thanks very much. Don't forget what I'm talking about is a DPF, a diesel particulate filter. It's a bit of exhaust pipe. £4,500. Get real, Suzuki. It's absolutely one rip-off. It's I just can't understand where you get your prices from. And secondly, DPF stands for dodgy price fixing. So it's going to every forum that I'm a member of, and that's about 5 or 6 Suzuki forums, car user forums that I've been a member of for years and years and years. It will also be going to Rip Off Britain. It will also be going to ITV, BBC, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. But I'll tell you what, Suzuki, I am really upset. My car's parked on my driveway, and according to your salesman in Aldershot, I may as well park it in a scrapyard. Thanks for all your years of service, Mr. Coleman. Yeah, that's Bob Coleman, by the way, the one that sent the email. Thanks for nothing. And the young lady at Suzuki that done her best, a lot of respect to you, madam. Thank you very much. But I still feel I'm being ripped off more in more ways than one. And it's a sad day when you have to park your car in a scrapyard, because a bit of exhaust is worth more than your car. Bye-bye.